tell it. Are you truly single?
I'm openly dating.
Openly dating?
Yeah.
Is it 4 or 5 as much as your friend here?
Don't lie.
Yeah, don't lie. What you got? What you got going on?
I would say like probably 2 or 3 that I consistently like talk to and go on dates with.
Okay. Like hooking up with, or?
No, like going on actual dates with.
Stop the cap.
Come on. Come on. You're going on dates with, but you're not hooking up? No shame. No shame.
I'm trying not to like ruin my options by having sex like off the bat. So as of right now, I'm just like trying to go on dates with people.
So you think it would ruin your options if you had sex too soon?
I think a lot of men don't really respect women if you give it up too freely. That's just been my experience. I could be wrong, but that's been, I feel like, a lot of my friends and my experience.
What is the experience?
That, I don't know, I've been ghosted many times after I like gave it up too easily or too easily.
So like you hook up the first time and then you just never hear from them again, like it's a one and done. Was it a one night stand? Like same day you meet, you do it and then they're gone, or what? Or is it even like, even if you've done 1, 2, 3, 4 dates and then you have sex, they're still gone?
It's strange because I've experienced both. Like if the first day I hooked up, then gone, and then also been on a few dates. They actually spent money on me and they still like kind of like, I'm like, you're just wasting your time at that point and wasting your money especially. But yeah, I've experienced both.
I want to open sort of that up to the rest of the panel. Have you guys had similar experiences? Here, why don't we start? We'll go around like this. Nicolette.
Similar experiences to what? Getting ghosted?
Stop reading the chat, Nicolette.
Getting ghosted?
Okay, so I think your initial point was something like,
men don't like respect you if you give it up earlier, or like that's what you tend to experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in a relationship for a really long time, so I haven't had much experience with that. So, I mean, I'm not looking for a relationship. So if I'm hanging out with a guy, it's just to like have fun and not anything serious. But if I was looking for a relationship, maybe I would like wait a little bit. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I haven't experienced it, but.
So you've never hooked up with a guy and then he.
Well, the guy who I dated for 7 years, I think we hooked up like one of the first few times we met, maybe like the second or third time. So I don't think it matters.
Okay. What do you think?
Yeah, I would agree. I don't think it matters. I think I haven't had the experience of like the relationship I was in. We hooked up the first night and then we were together for 3 years. So.
Okay, interesting. Gabby, what about you?
When I was single, I didn't really experience that. Like that didn't really make too much of a difference for me, like in terms of talking after. But my relationship now is like we hooked up one of like the first few times we hung out.
Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. There's a pattern.
I have mixed experience about it because I've asked men their opinions on that. Mm-hmm. If they respect a woman less if we give it up too easily, and I've had mixed opinions on that as well. Some will say yes, they do respect you less if you give it up easily, and some will say no, that they don't care. And I would say I've experienced the same thing, mixed. Some like of her experience of where it's almost like they respect you less, or like they'll ghost you, and some from the other experience as well where some people just don't care.
Okay.
And if the guy is sleeping with you on the first date too, like who is he to judge if he's also sleeping with you on the first date? Like what?
Well, it's a little different, don't you think?
It's not different at all.
Men are super easy, and then girls are like
so easy.
Well, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Like men, like will hook up with you if you want to hook up.
Mm-hmm.
They're like that. She slept with me on the first date.
I mean, I think it depends, right? It could just be, hey, she's just really into me, so she wants to hook up.
Yeah, I feel like
Quick.
most men would think of it more like, oh my god, I just got laid. Like, heck yeah. They're not like, oh my god, she slept with me on the first date. Like, they're like, yeah, I just got some pussy. Like, I'm so happy.
It's more like I would not continue to pursue her because she gave it up so easily. You know what I mean?
I think it is mixed. Some guys are definitely going to think if she hooks up with me too soon, then she's just, you'll never view her in the relationship category. But I think a lot of guys too, like a lot of guys don't care. Like if you hook up with, if depends on what their intention is. So if their intention going in is like, you could potentially see something with this girl, then go for it. Hook up quick.
So would you, if a girl hooked up with you on your first date, like would you look at her differently, or would you potentially like make her your girlfriend?
It wouldn't deter me from wanting to take her seriously. In my case, now if she's promiscuous, that's something else. So I think you can hook up with someone relatively quickly and also not be super promiscuous, because look, a lot of guys don't want a girl who's sleeping around with a bunch of other dudes, don't want a high body count. I don't know how soon into the podcast you guys want to get into the body count stuff, but a lot of guys, whether you like it or not, body count's important. We want a girl with a low body count. So most men. So you can have a low body count and still hook up with someone relatively quickly. So, we're gonna be looking at other indicators of, is this girl worthy? Is this girl long-term potential than just how quickly did she hook up with me? So, but okay, so you're dating like 4 or 5 dudes, a couple dudes, a couple guys, a couple girls, maybe. Okay. But you're not hooking up with any of them because you don't want them to judge you by hooking up too soon.
I see how you could say that.
Well, that's what you said, right?
Yeah.
You said that you're seeing a couple people, but you're not really hooking up with them because you've had these experiences where you hook up and they're gone. And so you want to avoid that.
It's also, I fully agree. That is what I said. It's also a respect thing, and I believe that sex is soul exchange. Like, that's my definition of it. Like, whoever you are like hooking up with, you take some of like their energy with you, whether that be like good or bad. And if there's no trust aspect in it, then I don't feel comfortable like proceeding, basically.
So what is it? Soul
Exchange.
Soul exchange. I've never heard this.
Mm-hmm.
You exchange souls. It's like Soul Calibur or some shit. Okay. That's unique. So have you guys heard about the soul thing?
It's like an energy exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, literally.
Okay. So are they taking a lot of your soul? What's going on? How does it work?
I view sex as one of the most vulnerable and intimate aspects of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't feel comfortable having like an in-depth conversation of how you feel safe and secure, then how are you allowing somebody like that into your body? You don't trust them. And also, there's a lot of STDs like going around, and if you don't feel comfortable saying something along that line, then like, why are you having sex? You're too young to have sex if you can't talk about like STIs and how you're being safe and if you're getting tested or not.